I mean, we're still on day one, but I also have only worked on it on stream, and I tried to learn Parsec instead of just solving the problem. Learn Parsec, they said. It will be easy, they said. I don't think anybody said it was going to be easy, but that's okay. Here we are. Okay. You know, in other news, I finally took the TV that's been behind me for like months out of the box and put it on a table. So that's exciting. I've been thinking about what to put up on there, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet what I want to put up there. We'll see what happens. We could put something cool up there for stream. The iPad came in. I started getting it set up this morning. We did the iPad Pro 11 USB-C, thank God. Or I should say thank the EU. And that's nice. Or did iPad Pros already have USB-C before the EU? I don't remember. Before the EU forced them. I don't follow Apple closely enough. I kind of just bought this for the fam. They already did. That's what I thought. Okay. It's just iPhones. Yeah. The new iPads already have C, yeah. This is the latest model, but I'm guessing that's not the model they just announced this year. I don't know. I don't follow this stuff closely enough. Yeah, Shpeen, I hear ya. All right, we'll wait for Abdi to refresh. Yeah, for sure, Meat. It's good. Yeah, student. I think that's a great title, Shpeen. Student Learning Go through AoC. I think a lot of people would love that. Yeah, it's confusing. I don't know what happened to your Sims install. I'm sorry. Am I going to use the iPad for work? Not really. I might use it for streaming. Like, I didn't feel like I have it mostly set up, but I didn't feel like setting it up today. Like, we could use it to draw on, talking about problems or algorithms, stuff like that. So, yeah. I kind of got it. I've never bought an iPad before, to be honest. And so I bought it for a few reasons. I just wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to see how the Apple Pencil worked. I wanted to see how my partner could use it for their music, because they do a lot of that. And, you know, there's some cool options there. And then I also wanted to see, like, my daughter and my partner's been trying to figure out a way to, like, a nice way to edit videos easily. They usually just use their Androids, but maybe it'd be a little bit easier on a big, more powerful tablet. I don't know. Art stuff with the Apple Pencil. I don't know. We'll see. Those are all the hopes, right? Of how people are going to be using it. I was pretty happy that my Samsung Smart TV that I got for free, that I put up here, I can actually use AirPlay on. So that's kind of cool. We can AirPlay from my Mac or my iPad directly to the TV. So that's kind of neat. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Here we are. It's 4:30. I think we've procrastinated enough. Let's see what we think about all of this. Oh, I never tweeted that I was streaming. I knew I forgot something. I took a full day plus off Twitter. It was nice. I needed it. I was getting a little bit too into it. And I don't know. You know, people have been around for a while know that I took 4 years off Twitter and then recently came back mostly for streaming. And it's mostly been good, but there's still times where it's just a little too much. And if I spend too much time checking, like, oh, I don't know, you know, it just messes with your brain, just like all social media. Did somebody like that? Oh my God. You know, all those kinds of things. Or, oh, what did this person post? Maybe I can comment. Whoa, what's this great comment I can say? It's, I don't know. It's just the trap of social media. Here we go. Here, I should do this on stream. This is fun. Come on, computer. You can do this. Yeah, we're continuing with Parsec for an hour at least. And then if I can't figure it out or it's too annoying for this problem, I'm just gonna go back to like basic string stuff instead of trying to figure out parser combinators in order to solve a relatively simple problem. It's like I would have been done by now, right? Yeah, it's a good plan to meet. Can you show what the final code would look like? Like, without writing it? How am I going to show you if I don't write the code? Do you mean, like, do I know what I want to accomplish? Yeah. I think so. We could talk about some of the problems. This is actually where drawing on the iPad might be fun, but I don't feel like, I don't know, should we just set it up just for the hell of it, or should we just get into the code? All right, are you seriously not done with AoC day 1 yet? Me, STFU, I'm learning Parsec. All right. All right. That works. Write the outer shell without implementing the details, maybe? Sure. I mean, we kind of have... I mean, we have the outer shell in some ways from part 1, right? He just got excited. That's fair. Yeah. Use time machine. Come on. Why didn't I just use a time machine? I actually found a Parsec a Parsec tutorial that I liked. Let me try to get that up on my computer real quick. I have it on my phone. I was reading it this morning, and it actually seemed pretty good. A lot closer to how I'm actually using it, instead of trying to translate everyone else's Parsec tutorial to like how I'm using it. So we'll see. We'll see. Un momento. Jake Wheat Parsec. Let's just try that. Wouldn't it be kind of funny if Jake Wheat like had celiac? Anyone else think that's funny? I kind of think it's funny. Okay. Okay. Very simple expression parsing, sure. So we have num. So this is just like going through parsing a language, sure. And we can do many one digit. That part we understand. We have var. This makes sense. Must start with a letter or underscore, sure. Satisfy is digit A, is letter A, or A equals underscore. Ooh, I like this. The satisfy is really nice. The satisfy is really nice. Is that really just a normal thing in Parsec? It should be here. Might help if I knew how to type, right? Satisfy. Okay, it is. Cardabool for satisfy. Okay. Interesting. This is a much easier to follow tutorial than the other one I was using. I'm gonna pretend like I would have been so much further if I just used this one from the beginning. The problem was definitely the tutorial I was using, and it's not my fault at all. There's a new function void. This might be familiar to you already. This is used to ignore the result of the car parser. I mean, for the most part, you can do that without it. You can use void. Yeah, GHC will give you a warning if you have warnings turned on. We already do this somewhere else. Yeah, you're blaming it on your distance to the monitor. That was totally it. So all they're saying is that void could go here in order to not get a... Wait, is void literally... Did they just like randomly decide void is correct without variable not in scope void? What? This is not like something in Haskell? I don't understand. Why aren't you letting me use void? The man Opak, thanks for the follow. Did he import void from somewhere? I don't understand. Why don't you let me use void? No, maybe he like created his own little thing. That's confusing. I think we can do the same thing. Like If I remember right, this does the same thing. And it would get rid of my errors. I mean my warnings. Well, I still have a warning, so maybe not. Haskell as unit rather than void? Then why? No, I get that. Like as a type, you mean? Amit. Yeah. Yeah, something I learned from your stream. Whatever, Amit. Whatever. Redundant return found. Okay. Why not do underscore letter parser digit parser? Oh, I see. I see. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so instead we could just return. Okay, so now that we underscored that, the warning is giving us a hint. Of course, fixing warnings, we're just gonna run out of time. Am I just trying to run out of time with Parsec? Maybe. Monte Carlo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. Those look fine. And then this is actually can be basically the same thing. It will probably literally help my brain just to have some of these warnings out though. TBH. Yay. And then I think we understand this well enough now that we can just leave this as a partially applied function. And then it just wants me to use sum. Of course, the problem is I have my own sum here. What if we change this sum to sum line? We could do that. And then now that shouldn't be ambiguous. It still is. It still might be ambiguous. It's probably what the error is. Really? I swear that was the error that they wanted from me. Isn't this the warning here? Why don't you just use sum? Found fold L plus 0. Why not use sum? Oh, I don't have to do that because I can just sum a list. I forgot what sum is. Nice. How about that? And that's because... Let's just reload. Yeah. Sum just takes a foldable and returns a num. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would think, Amit. I just am a little confused why they are using void in the tutorial and then it doesn't work for me, but he also created some helpers and that might be what's going on there. Oh, so you actually got in and Sims is working now? Okay, let's get back into this. Okay, so I think we got rid of a lot of our warnings, which is nice. I think that's nice. Though I still have a bunch of warnings here when I reloaded. Okay, they're saying this is redundant. Okay. Is missing an export list. Yeah, that's on purpose because I hate the way that your REPL works. Import. That's redundant? Are you sure about this, Mr. REPL? Doesn't seem right. I just get that from everything else? Okay. Interesting. A do notation statement discarded a result of type car. Suppress this warning by saying, wait, where? On 51? Wait a second. Why aren't these warnings showing up in my Haskell? No, parsing's totally overkill, TV Josh. Yeah, it's totally overkill. Yeah, my tweet pretty much covers this. Let's see. Let's do this the somewhat easy way. Look at that blazingly fast internet. Oh no, I never stopped. Oh, I never stopped my VPN. No wonder it's so slow. All right. Stream might cut out for literally 1 second. As I Okay, I think we're back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, TV Josh, well, that killed me. Just loading Twitter killed me. Where the fuck did the tweet go that I was trying to get to? All right, there we go. I'll just leave this up. That way I can easily get back to it. All right, let me check this out. Make sure my bitrate's not dying completely. My average time to render is decent. My dropped frames is decent. I think we're back. I think we're back. Okay, let's see. Anyway, here it is. That's why we're still on day one, okay? Let's be real. All right. And this still hasn't updated. What the hell? Let's try refreshing the chat. Oh, is anything gonna go all right today? I think we're back. Okay. There's always something, right? Let me just check that I don't have... Man, Haskell literally is using over a gigabyte of RAM. The HLS. Over 1 gig of RAM right now. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Okay. Well, we're back. We're going to do some Parsec. We're going to figure this out. I believe in myself. The normal choice of laptops given to devs at my workplace couldn't compile our project. Was it in Haskell whimsically? I wouldn't be surprised. Some of the main Haskell developers I knew, yep, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Probably one of the people I knew the best that was a Haskell dev professionally used a desktop for that exact reason. He had like a very well-powered desktop to compile. And a sneeze. All right, here we go. Where the hell were we? We were looking at these parser things here. Oh yeah, we were fixing our warnings. That's what we were doing before all that happened. So I've got this unused do bind here on line 51. And so instead of saying try letter, they're saying I should do this, but I'm pretty sure this will just bring up the fact that I have an undo, that I have, oh, that's wrong. Oh, it's the wrong way. Hilarious. Hey, Prevan, what's up? You started with day 3? Awesome. How is it? How's day 3? I have literally no idea what day 3 is like. I know a little bit about day 2. That's about it. Export item. Okay, that's the one warning we don't care about. And yeah, I know that we are fine. Do we want to rename this? Sure. Why the hell not? We'll rename it just to get rid of this warning. No, I don't actually want to be in select mode. Let's just do s/fst/ why is this not working? s/fst/first g. Why not? Okay, now we just have the one export, which I'm fine with. Okay. What'd you say? Took a break and came back understanding that I need to diagonal checking and then said fuck it. Stop coding. Line index and parsing and so on. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what happens with day 3. I don't even know what language we're doing it in yet, right? So we know we're doing common list for day 2 when we get there. All right. We got rid of our warnings, which will make me happier. You think day 3 was all right, really? Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Cool. Okay, so let's rethink about our problem again. We tried a few things the other day. I tried this whole first digit thing. Most of AoC is the same. Yeah. So basically what do we have so far? Let's use main just to get our samples. And right now, first digit is working like so. That's how it's working, aka not working. Because basically, unless there's something before the first digit, then there's a problem. The other problem that I actually am having with this whole idea of using parsers, like a parser lib in order to do this, is the idea of overlapping tokens, which is not something that you would typically deal with in parsing, in my opinion. Not to say that you couldn't, but it's like there's a whole problem You think most of AoC is the same? You could scrape the whole code and do binary search on solution. The site tells you if the number is higher or lower. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, right. The main issue is there's actually cases kind of like this 823, right? Except it would just be 82. And in terms of like the actual parser, that means, oh, actually, sorry. If it was 8.2, it'd be fine, but it's actually like this, right? And that's a problem. So that sucks. I think we could try skip mini and see what that does here. We still get that answer correctly, but I think we would get this. Yeah, let's see, that's still happening. And that's because if we do this, let's see, day1.parse, and we say skip mini, try letter parser for 219. I'm gonna guess that's gonna give us, oh, it gives us a right there. See, that's fine. I don't care about that. Okay, so I actually don't care about this part, but I do care about the next part. And I think it's the try letter. Let's do try letter. See what happens. We get right T. Yeah. So that's the problem. So the main problem is it's not this line, it's actually this line, because we're still taking off that next letter. I'm actually surprised this works. Like, I'm surprised it works to get 1. All right, let me see if I can figure out how it's even getting 1 in this scenario. Let's walk through this. Because even if I did another try here, I don't think that would have made a difference, right? We still get a right unit. Yeah. Like before we had to skip mini 1. What would we get on skip mini 1? We'd get the same thing. Whether or not we have the try. Yeah. So like this letter parser right here, all it's doing is saying get a letter if it's not followed by a digit and then return the letter, right? So that's fine. And then it's saying just get all the letters if it's not followed by that. Okay, fine. We can try that. But then once it has a letter and then it does a digit parser, and the digit parser is here. So this is partly why I don't understand exactly why this is working. Because to me, it should fail. Right? Shouldn't that fail? Oh, it's so funny. Okay. Let's see about returning different things. Is it cheating if I write code that sends a request to OpenAI with input and question and give me an answer? Try to match digit or string, then consume the letter. That's not a bad idea. Let me think about this. Yeah, so I kind of thought of doing that, right? Like where we'd have like a digit here, where we would have like digit parser. Like this. See, the thing that I'm having a hard time with is like actually debugging like where I'm at with the parser. And one of the things I actually did in here is tried to give you where you're actually at in this tutorial, and that would have actually been helpful. This is a very long, complex tutorial. Not kidding. Okay. I mean, I liked how it was written, but this is a pretty big... This is like fully how to use Parsec in every situation, it feels like. Okay, so let's just play with this for a second. For now, we'll just comment this out. Yeah, I could do regex. I mean, there's many ways I can solve this, right? And let's just try this, which at the end of the day should work. Why don't you like me? Couldn't match type. Huh, it doesn't like me. Regex. Regex. Yeah. Absolutely whimsically made. Absolutely. This isn't what I want. I mean, I know that I could do this, right? Like we could go here like this, and then of course just do this. Regex, yeah. Guyman knows what's up. Guy man. No, please don't display all 976 possibilities. Let's see. ESL, yeah. No. The I can't even imagine what you would go through trying to follow the craziness. Unexpected one, expecting one. Okay. Okay. Interesting. That's not what I would have expected. What if I turn this back to skip mini 1? I was pretty sure that this was... Shit, I did the thing again. Where I activated... I always forget where this fucking layer exists on my keyboard. I thought it was right there. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, fuck it. That's the problem with having layers that you never use. You don't actually know how to get back out of them. How do you say GIF? Yeah, I say GIF. I say it with the hard G. Unless I'm trying to, like, trigger people. Skill issue detected. Yeah. Many such cases. Okay. That's very odd. Oh, I never saved. Okay. Not at all what I was expecting. So why would they have an unexpected one expecting one? Am I using the wrong digit parser? No, there's only one digit parser. So we have number parser, which I'm just using within digit parser. I mean, if I just use digit parser by itself, it should give me the 2. Okay. But if I use digit parser when there's something before it, it would give me this. That is what I would expect. And if I do it here, that works as expected. So it's like I have these different cases almost. And maybe what I actually have to do is like handle each case. But I don't know if I exactly know how. I mean, I guess the thing is that this example works great. Okay, so let's try to break this down a little bit more. This works for when I have this, right? First digit works fine. Yep. And in the other case, digit parser works fine. Yep. Wait. I forgot to actually take off the ABC. Okay. Now, what if I did something like this? And I said, first digit equals digit parser or first digit, and we can rename this later. It doesn't really matter. Does this work for both cases? Works for that case. And it works for that case. Okay, so that problem's solved. So now all we have to do is name this. Digit parser is fine for that. I don't know exactly what I'd call this. Let's call it something like prefixed digit. Good enough. Prefixed digit. I should have just done a find and replace, but that's okay. All right, so now we're back to prefix digit, and this looks okay. Where did I do that? Oh, did I accidentally delete the type for this? I might have. We can take off one of those now. I'm going to say we have till 5:45 to make significant progress. That looks good. And that looks good. Okay. So we have first digit working just fine. And it shouldn't matter if the first digit is a number or a word. Okay. All right, I think I'm starting to process this more. So if we just need to model every form, right? Every structure that this could be in, and we have our first digit, fine. Now, here's the thing. I know for a fact that I could get Parsec to work. All right, let's just do this. People are gonna hate me so much. It's amazing. Are you guys ready for this? We're gonna solve it just like we did, just like our hacky solution to the first one. We're just gonna solve it to start with. I'm mostly doing this for the meme and also just to solve it, but and I think it's hilarious. Did I do that right? Nope. And can my brain just... You guys are ready for this, right? Too bad my stream died, because there would be a lot more people here ready to see this beautiful thing that I'm doing. THGIE. Time for bed, Preven. Yeah, I know. I know it's late. You can also replace spelled numbers with digits and use your previous solution. That's true. That is very true. Fuck, Amit. I didn't even think about that. Of course, I'd have to keep doing it. It'd be a little complicated because of the overlap, but you're right. Yeah, good night, Preven. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's late for the European crowd. So you replaced spelled numbers with digits and then used the previous solution, but that wouldn't work for the overlap. So you'd have to do it like twice in some way, right? You'd have to handle that overlap case. Apparently there's overlaps in the test results. If there's not, then I'd be very upset because that's a very simple solution, of course. Like, I know there's nested overlap, right? Like this. Like, they give you this 8-2-3 thing. But I'm pretty sure if it was just 8-2, like, there are some test samples that have, like, just the 8-2. And so you can't just do, like, a naive replace. But it would be really funny if some people's test examples did not have that. Because it does make the whole thing a lot more complicated. All right, we have this, which is amazing. I absolutely love this. Okay. And we're gonna call this a reverse digit, which of course makes so much sense. We'll just call it last digit, right? Last digit, doesn't need all that. I might actually move on after this. I might not try to make it better. It's so bad. Oh, but then we could just be done. Wouldn't that be nice, just to be done with day one? After... The problem with doing that, of course, is that did I actually learn anything using Parsec? One replaced from left and the other one with... Oh, yeah, that's true, Amit. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, it would matter if you were expecting your last digit to be 8. That's when it would matter. That's all. Okay. What was I doing? Is there just... I saw this in somebody's Haskell solution. There is an is digit. Okay, that is just part of Prelude. That's nice. Is digit Karabul. We're getting there. Give me a second. Okay. Last digit is just what happened? I thought I could type more code than this. Did I just like completely... I must have forgotten. So we have reverse digit parser or prefixed reverse digit. And prefixed reverse digit is the same sort of thing. Hilarious. Okay. So our letter parser up here. Right. Not followed by a digit parser. Right. So then we have to do reverse letter parser. Also known as complete hackiness. But at least we can like have a working solution, which is nice. Thanks for the follow, Jesus is Lord, and the posture check. I appreciate it. Let's just stretch for a second. Why don't you stretch with me, everybody? Everybody stretch. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. Okay. I'm so limber. You're welcome. Assuming you're calling me God. All right. Okay, this is amazing and hilarious. Let's see. I said reversed letter parser, and I don't need that. Just reverse. You learned to avoid Haskell. This isn't a Haskell problem. This is me trying to use a parser library when I could have just solved this in realistically. Now, I could eat my words if I actually tried, right? Realistically, less than an hour just using recursion. I probably could have solved this. But that's okay. And that's due to my ignorance around parsing and not really ever having to deal with like a proper parsing scenario versus like, you know, I don't know what you call the other thing, right? String comprehensions. I mean, simple stuff. It's like I've transformed large, you know, string-based documents before, but I didn't do it using parsing. Not this way, right? Not using parser combinators. So, oh well. I don't know. I'm not saying you're completely wrong. I just don't want people to get the wrong idea and think that this is Haskell's fault. It's not Haskell's fault that I chose to go down this path. For what's actually, you know, a fairly simple problem. Okay. So there's two ways I could do this. I could just do a replace. I could do like a function. How do I want to do this? Let's start our part 2 function. Part 2 is a string to string. Part 2x equals show sum map day1.sum line. We could actually just do it this way and just do this. all we have to do, kind of like you people said, is we just have to say replace words. So we're still going to use our parser, but let me see. Let's just do replace words X. So that means that replace words would take a string and return a string. Oh, I forgot one thing. It would be a map. What could we do? In Haskell, I like the simplicity. Dot notion, yeah. Type inference incurring, yeah. This is coming from someone that doesn't know a lot about OCaml. Yeah, it's simplicity in terms of syntax, yeah. I saw this thing, which may or may not be true, which I think is an interesting way of looking at it, is that Haskell is to C++ like OCaml is to C. And it's a leaky abstraction, right? Or leaky metaphor. But I think there's some merit to that, based on my understanding of both languages. Or should I say all four languages? Because we all know Amit knows especially how well I know C and C++. Okay. So what are we gonna do with this S? It's pretty easy. We're gonna do let f equals day1.parse. And what do we say? I think it's first digit. We can get rid of the ones that ended up not being what we wanted, right? So let's do this. Okay. Day1.parse, first digit S, let L equals reverse day1.parse. What did I say? Reverse digit? No, it just did last digit, which is reasonable. Last digit. Reverse S. And then what we could do is just concat them, right? Oh, right, we can replace them. My tutorials to learn C and C++. God help us all. Hey, Vicarious. In langs that have reduce left, and reduce right, what's the point of reduce? Is it an optimization thing, leaving it up to the compiler to decide on order? Do you have an example? What I would imagine is it would depend on the collection that you pass into it. Like, for instance, in Clojure. Let's see. Shall we try something real quick? Really? It hated me? Why'd you hate me? What did I do so wrong to you, T-Mux? Come on. Okay. It's getting there. This might take a minute. I should have just opened a normal REPL, but here we are. Like in Scala? Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Example for Clojure, right? We have conj. Let's see, Clojure REPL / docs conj. Is it doc? I always forget. There it is. Returns a new collection with the X's added. The addition may happen at different places depending on the concrete type. Okay? And that depends on like which side is optimized. So if we have a vector, right? Like this, often what we use in Clojure, versus a map. Oh, it's funny. Versus a lazy sec, right? And so say we take our lazy sec and we say conj call 4. We get it at the beginning. Where if we did conj on a vector, it will put it at the end. This is a Lisp. No, this isn't Haskell. I'm just answering Vicarious's question. So I wouldn't be surprised if Scala does something similar since it's also a JVM language like Clojure. So that's where I could see the difference between a reduce left and reduce right coming in. In Clojure, we just have reduce. We don't have left and right. Yeah, it's definitely a Lisp. You are not wrong, El Cravo. Yeah, for sure. This is a source of many bugs for people that don't understand. So, like, you know, it's like it can be confusing that you put a collection into map, right? Now, this is also kind of a Clojure thing. Ideally, you would just know, but since Clojure tries to do things lazily, especially list operations or collection operations, you know, it turns everything into a lazy sec with the normal map filter reduce in order to be more performant by making it all lazy. So if you wanted to force it, you use map vector like this, and then it's going to put the 4 after because map v returns a vector instead of a lazy sec. Yeah, where Haskell has fold L and fold R, and they don't just have a normal fold, right? They make you specify which one you want. Yeah. Look at me knowing things. That was a nice, thank you, Vicarious, because, you know, that was a nice opportunity for me to be like, hey, I know something. Now let's go back to the thing that I super don't know. All right. Okay, so we have let L and let F. let's just do this little thing. Where we're going to replace the digit with the 1. Yeah. Okay. This is a dumb way of doing this. This is a really dumb way of doing it, but that's okay. Because then why am I passing it into here? I already have it right here. All right, I already hate this too much to do it this way. Let's just do this. Oh God. I just can't handle passing it into some line. We're just gonna call this some line. Whoops. I was like, oh, we'll reuse the code, but then I'm gonna hate myself too much to reuse that code because it's just so bad. I mean, this entire solution is pretty bad. Let's be real. I did learn things about Parsec in this process, just not quite what I thought I was going to. Okay, what don't you like about this? Day1.parse, last digit, reverse S. Couldn't match expected type A with actual type, either parse error or string. Okay. Why? Why do you hate this? What's the difference? Yeah. Right? So first digit is a parser string. Last digit is a parser string. In the example above, oh, well, first of all, I need to do this. We're going to do a string int. And then I'm actually not going to do it this way. And I don't need this anymore anyway, because I don't. Okay. Getting somewhere. Oh, that's right, because these are cars. That's why. That's why. I forgot. Okay, give me a second. This is a car, and this is not. Couldn't match expected type list of A for last digit in the second argument of $, namely day1.parse last digit reverse as in the expression. Okay, let's just put it in here. Obviously I can't read that very well. Yeah, I know that these are cars. I know the one problem. And the one problem is that I need this to be a car and not what it is currently. What are you supposed to output when in a line there's only one digit? Ignore the line. If there's only one digit in the line for day one, you use the same digit twice. Yep. Amit got it. Yeah. Yeah, so if it's literally like in part 1, if it was literally just 8, it would be 88. And in part 2, of course, if it's 8, it'd be 88 still, right? Either way. Okay. So is there a faster way of doing this with like guard syntax that I'm not thinking about? Where I don't have to keep typing this out? It's fine. If someone knows of a nicer way of doing this, let me know. In Haskell, that is. Jesus, I can't type. Why can't I ever type that as a fucking cap? Unbelievable. I still didn't get it. I hit shift every time. Yeah, you could do a map. Is it nicer? Maybe. Like in Clojure, I'd just do a map, right? Like how I type 8 over again. Did somebody redeem no cursing? Nope, I just got a follow. Nice. Eastonko, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome to day 1 of AoC. Now that we're on December 3rd. I just have not had time to do this off stream. And I figured, whatever. Like, I struggled so much learning Parsec that I might as well reap the fruits of my labor on stream. Or the continue Easton. That makes sense. The fruits of my labor or my constant, never-ending skill issues. Your choice. I am still kind of confused why there's a type error here and why it's expecting something else, but that's okay. It's like, sorry guys, if you redeem no cursing while we're writing Haskell, you're probably not gonna get your wish. That's funny. What's nicer? Maybe we'll just put it up here. Oh yeah, I forgot one more option. Because this isn't going to handle all of them. What do I want to do? I guess we'll do a parens. Is digit head S, then head S, else we'll just do 0, even though like that should not be a case, but it's fine. What don't you like about his digit here? Variable not in scope is digit card to bool. Okay. I guess I need to import it somehow. It's fine. Okay. Let's fix this one first. Variable not in scope is digit card to bool. How is it not in scope and yet it knows what the type is? How is it not in scope and yet it knows what the type is? And I have it in my REPL. Am I wrong that I have it in my REPL? I'm not wrong. I'm confused. WTF. How do I know where isDigit comes from? I swear it's just in the prelude. Let's just open Hoogle again. That's fair, Spain. Part of the process. isDigit base data.car. Okay, let's just go here. Data.car. Okay. Do I need to like import data.car? Or is it already here? Absolutely. We're not writing a paper. Why are we using Haskell, right? We shouldn't need those imports anymore. Did we get rid of it? Is isDigit just happy now that I imported it? Apparently. Apparently that was enough for it. Okay. Let's see what the heck is up with the rest of this. I meant to do that so we can scroll up. Okay, couldn't match type either parser or string with string, basically. List a car. Expected string actual either parser or string in the second argument of $, namely day1.parse first digit s. In the expression to car day1.parse first F. Okay. How did I do this up here? And that's because, right, these are, it's ethered. It's ethered up here. That's why. Every Haskell lover has to wash their eyes after seeing your solution. That is not unfair. Okay, well that takes care of that problem. Now I know what I would need to do. Are we ready for this? Oh, did I think I was writing a C syntax language for a second? I sure did. I might be able to get away with no parens if I remember right. I'm really glad Bitmapper is not on stream today because he would be crying right now. He would cry his eyes out over this solution. He would be so effing sad right now. This is the same problem. Right, I use bind syntax other places. And maybe that's the right way of doing it instead of having to do the case of. Of course, then this is outside of a monad too. I mean, then this couldn't return just like an unwrapped int, right? It's a great call out, PhD horrible though. It is a great call out. Okay, so we got rid of those. Let's see. Couldn't match expected type A0 with actual type car in the second argument of $, namely to car last. Okay. With actual type car, why is that actual type car? It shouldn't be. Hey, Pimo T. Oh, Codeco, code KO0. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it if you're still here. And Ari Mac F, thanks for the follow. Yeah, awesome, PhD horrible. I bet it's about 1,000 times better than mine. Yeah, I mean, maybe he just lurked and saw. It'd be great if Bitmap joined me right when I did the reverse typing out strings. like if he joined and then just rage quit right there, it would be so great. It'd be so funny. Oh, poor guy. When I'm the only guy streaming Haskell. Sad day. All right. Yeah, totally, PhD horrible. That's really cool. I'm glad you're here. I actually do like Haskell a lot, even if I complain. Pimo T, you're also working on day one? Yeah, you can ask me a question. Go for it. How would you rate PhD horrible? Have you ever used normal Parsec? Like, how would you rate mega Parsec versus normal Parsec? Would the last number be 2 or 1? It would be 1. Yeah. This is what tripped so many people up on part 2. And even though I don't have a part 2 working solution, I know that that's what's tripped up most people on part 2. I already knew to expect it. I just have been learning Parsec instead of actually solving the problem. which is illustrated right here. One random dude on Reddit said it was better. Classic Haskell, PhD. Classic Haskell. Yeah. Are you seriously not done with AoC day 1 yet? Shut. STFU. I'm learning Parsec. Okay, just leave me alone. We're over here. We're writing Haskell. We're going to write a paper on Parsec once we're done. Random dude equals bitmap. That's hilarious. That is very funny. Yeah, totally, Pimo. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Good luck. Okay, why does it hate this again? Did I ever figure it out? What's the type of last? It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's break this down. Let's break this down, shall we? Okay. So we have LST. LST comes from day1.parse last digit reverse s. So let's just take one of our examples. Oh, really? Because it didn't get a working compile? That sucks. Okay, okay, fine. All right, just give me a second. So toCar last couldn't match expected type A0 with actual type car in the second argument of $, namely toCar last, and the expression reverse toCar last in the first argument of read, namely toCar first, reverse toCar last. Okay. So we're still not getting, oh, I'm being dumb. I did this backwards. I don't need to debug it. I'm just being dumb. I tried to reverse a car instead of a string. That's a me problem. Okay, there's our main. Should we just try this and see what answer we get? I'm so scared it's wrong, but that's okay. It probably is. Let's be real. Why don't you like this? Oh, because solve should just be solve equals part 2. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care about that malarkey. Okay. It thinks it's 54. Let's go to AoC and see what we're supposed to have for day 1, part 2. Shit. Do I have the right thing in there? Let's see. Let's see. Do I actually have the right thing? 219, yeah. 823, ABC 1, 2, 3, XYZ, X2, 1, 3, 4. Shit. It is the right thing. Dang it. I really thought I had it. All right. Let's do a couple things. Let's do a couple things. First, the obvious, which is let's make sure that our reverse works. So yeah, day 1 was a lot harder than people were expecting. I did day 1 for 2022 in like no time at all. What did I do it in? I can't remember what I did it in right now. What did I do day? I'm trying to use Emacs commands in my terminal. It's not working for some reason. Oh, well, I guess that's not fair. I did it in Clojure. But still, it was an easy problem. And I solved it very quickly. I use Clojure for work, so that's why it's not exactly fair. That's probably why I didn't remember, because it was just like, okay, yeah, I'll solve this real quick. But even in Clojure, like, this would have been a little bit annoying. Part 2, that is. Okay. If you remove types in parentheses, it's yeah, totally. Reading Clojure is not that hard. It is there's a lot of similarities. Okay. Did my answer change magically? All right. I'm gonna just double check that my reversed strings are actually correct. Real quick. Oh, I know what I did wrong. It's right here. There's a reason. Wait, no, it's not. Nope. I'm wrong. I don't know what I did wrong yet. Isn't there a way to get the last output in the terminal? Like here? Is there a way to get that? It's not like T, is it? I mean by terminal, I meant REPL. GHCI get last result. It is it. Oh, I did T. I meant to type it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Good deal. It's just it, which I believe is from, it's the way SML even does it, if I remember right. They just put everything between into the local variable it. All right. I don't know why I'm making this hard on myself. Can I just... Really, all I want is input, read file, inputs day 1, part 2, dash sample. Oh, it's not even in a do block, but it still worked. Okay. Guess there's like an implicit do block here. All good. And what's the type of input? An IO string? No, it's just a string. Okay. I like this. I can work with this. So now I can do something like this, which is map some line Did I do something wrong there? No, that's right. Okay, let's just do map some lines input. Look at all those zeros. Okay, good. Let's change. So now we know that there's some problems here. Hey Goofy System, thanks for the follow. And PhD, if I didn't thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's work this out. Let f equals, okay, let's just say s actually, equals head lines input. So S is 219, and we know it's not working, right? So let's see what's going on here. Day1.parse first digit S. Okay. Day1.parse last digit reverse S. Unexpected I. Okay. All right, so it's just our reverse isn't working, which I never got there. Not sure how much backseating you want. Right now, I don't think I want it, but thanks. I appreciate you asking. I think I'm really close. I just have a couple little things that I'm not getting, obviously. So let's look at this reverse S. Oh, I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb. Am I being dumb? No, it should just get E9. It should get Enin. How do you write tests in Haskell? You don't. You don't need tests because the types are so good. That's a joke. There's like a test thing built in. Would it be helpful? I don't know. I prefer to just work out things in the REPL. It's probably because I work in Clojure. And that's what we're used to doing, is just REPL-driven development instead of type-driven development. Okay, so let's see what I messed up in reverse letter. The first thing is to make sure, okay, so Enin is correct. So let's try a reverse digit parser here. Day1.parse reverse digit parser. So yeah, you basically manually test in the REPL. Yeah, exactly. Still here. Unexpected I. Where the fuck is this I coming from? Weird. Okay, so we have reverse S. So my reverse digit part, oh my gosh. No, that shouldn't matter. Did I use prefixed reverse digit down here, or did I forget that? No, I did. Reverse digit parser or prefixed reverse digit. Okay, so there's something that's different. Something that's not working correctly between these two. HSpec is pretty nice, but you can go basic and just run asserts and a do block. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for helping out there, PhD. There are assert functions without HSpec. Yeah, there's basic asserts, just like, isn't it literally just assert? Let's see. No. Is it something different than that? It's probably from a, it's probably in a somewhere I didn't import. It's fine. I don't care right now. Is it failing without giving others a chance? It could be. It could be. Let's see. Is there a difference between... See, the problem is that my reverse digit parser should work irregardless of what else is there. Because it even is, it has Enin at the very, very front. So let's just try out a couple things. So if we just say letter reverse S, we get right E. And remember, S is this, reverse S is that. Okay, this looks good. That's what we would expect. If we did number parser, we should get an error. But if we did number parser with a 1, we should get a 1. And if we did number parser with an enin, it's still not working. So what did I do? What's different between left? Let's see. Number parser. Is there a difference between these? I don't see a difference between them. Oh, wait, no. I'm being dumb. I was supposed to do reverse digit parser here. That's unexpected I. Does reverse digit parser work there? It does. So is it unexpected I because of that? That doesn't make sense. All right, you can backseat if you have a suggestion without me having to rewrite everything. That works fine. That's the problem. But why is that a problem? Why can't it just figure out that I don't want that? That's not going to work? Like, why would there be a failure just because those have two? Okay, let's just think about this. One of the it's matching one with source but failing. I'm on part 2, Goofy System. Yeah, I'm on part 2, but I'm so close, and I'm just trying to do this in like a kind of hacky way by reversing the string. But I feel like I feel like what I'm getting, which doesn't make sense, is that I would expect if I said or string all of these, that it wouldn't fail just because these two characters are the same as these two characters. That's the only difference. I could replace the spelled out word with number car, and then I would have to... The problem is then I would have to handle the case of the overlap, which I just didn't really want to do. You know? I don't know. My daughter did get in to play Sims 4. Everything's good. She figured it out. And then just run part 1 and it works. Okay, we can see it would work for the sample input, but I don't know if it would work for the full input. We could try it, but I don't know if it would actually work. Because I heard people having problems. You did it and it worked? Okay. I heard people having problems with some samples where they were like this. And then if you replaced, you'd have to do like a replace and not care about it, etc. You have ambiguity in your parser. Move the 9 above 1 or backtrack. And that's because I have 2 characters that are the same. To me, that's just not what an or means for a string. Like, to me, that's a bug. But maybe I'm the ignorant person here. Like, to me, this is a bug. If I say I want to parse either eno or enin, and you say I can't figure this out, I consider that a bug. Because if you have this or, and you even go 2 characters in, you should backtrack, because I'm just trying to match the whole string. But again, I could just be ignorant, and that's fine. Many such cases. Many times have I been ignorant. Okay. I'm just trying to think if there's like a nicer way of doing this real quick before we move on. What if I added tries? Let's just see if I add tries. And assume there's only one correct path. I find that annoying. Let's see, I think try needs the applicative there. That really didn't work, did it? day1.parse try string enin. No, that doesn't work. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's fine. And if I say enel, it just does that. And if I say parsec dot, I could do a satisfy. That's true. I could do a satisfy. It's not a bad idea. It doesn't actually work. That's annoying. Is it operator precedence issue? Let's just put some parens around some things real quick. And if this doesn't work, then we'll try something else. That works. Okay. This works. All right, again, we have a precedence issue. So let's just wrap our try in one of these. And it's gonna say, why don't you write this nicer like this? Why not number parser or try string? Okay, that's fine. I get that. I was actually thinking that that's probably what I was gonna say. 138. Is that the right answer? I don't think it is. I think it's more than that. It's 281. Okay. Let's see where the errors are. Yeah, it commits to one parser as soon as it consumes input, so it's great with no overlap, but may be surprising otherwise. I guess it's just interesting because, of course, like with one character being the same, it's fine, right? Obviously, these share characters, but it seems like it's once that second character comes in, that's when it says, no, we're not going to do it. Is there any other examples like that? I don't see them in that particular issue. So let's go back and do this. We should still have our input. Oh yeah, I forgot. It deletes everything. Let's get our input back. There it is. Input. Okay, and then we're just going to say map some line dollar lines input. Okay, so 83 is correct. 13 is correct. 42 is correct. That's very surprising that 29 is not working. Okay, let's see what the problem is. I think I'm so far in that I'm just going to finish it this way, even if I could solve it easier another way, because I might as well just learn what my mistakes are in the actual parsers I wrote, because I think it'll actually help me understand Parsec better. So, you know, I could add try to all cases. Yeah, I might need to. I just want to see what the actual error is. Because I'm silly. Because I'm just a silly Billy. Oh no, I'm out of drink. I'm going to need to get some water in a minute. Tell me to get water in a couple minutes once I see what this next bug is. Okay. Let's see. We want the first line, which is headlines input. And then we want to say day1.parse. Let's just do this. Let s equals it, and then day1.parse. Didn't even acknowledge the mention of human cooking. That's fair. Reported streamer for chat rules of cannibalism. Oh no, what did I do? What did I say? I didn't even see it, Nightshade. That's hilarious. I often use try.choice parsers for cases like this. Oh, that makes sense, PhD. That makes a lot of sense. Did you get ads, Goofy? Did you get more than just pre-roll ads? I'm very interested to see what the ad logic is. Let the human cook. If I'm a human, Nightshade, you don't know. I still don't know. Like, I've tried to keep ads to like an absolute minimum that I can, and I just don't know if people get more than pre-rolls. Okay. Day1.parse. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we were just parsing this out. So let's do day1.parse first digit s. I imagine that's not our problem. Isn't it surprising that the problem is actually it still actually might be the enin. What if enin is still not working somehow? That would suck. Day1.parse last digit. You got 3, but it was supposed to be 1, but then your Twitch. Oh God, I'm sorry about that, Goopy. That's rough. That's rough. Well, I appreciate you bearing with the ads. The problem is just that I don't know if I actually explained it when you got back. But yeah, the problem is that if more than one character gets consumed by one of these parsers, then it stops basically. And so especially the eno and the enin were not working. But I think there's probably more problems. Let's see. I could have misspelled something. Ruoff looks right. Nevis looks right. Oh, that's a 2 anyway. Okay, so they got the 42. What? It didn't get this? NZ1. Oh, that doesn't make sense to me. But okay. We'll see what happens. Okay. Now I just have to see. Day1.parse, first digit, end zone. Oh, it does do that. Unexpected Z, expecting 9. Okay, I think I do need to put a try on everything. Yeah, the overlaps. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it this way. The overlap shouldn't matter because of my hacky way of reversing the string and doing a reverse parser. It's so gross. Okay. So you say you use try.choice parsers for cases like these. I wonder... Do you think I should do that any differently than the way that I did this? Like, is there a nice way I could write tries on all of these without literally just duplicating this exact thing? I don't actually know. I could probably do a regex. Just add try to the cases that overlap. That's the easiest. Okay. I guess I don't understand. I guess it's just the ones that over... So I guess it is happening here. I just got lucky with my input. So it probably is happening. I just didn't know it. I think that's the problem. I think I'm just going to do all of it. Maybe I'll just do it all instead of writing it all out. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. 1, that doesn't overlap at all. So I was wrong. It's not about 2 characters. I was just wrong. And everybody says, no, that can't be right, Meta. You're not wrong. What? What? It wasn't parens? Why didn't you yank that parens for me? WTF. Realistically, I probably just have to add try to the first case and not the second. Because of no backtrack, yeah. Oh, I just realized it's not even happening. It's if this string includes the first letter at all. It really does have to be all of them. Okay, I'm gonna undo this because it'll be easier for me to just write a find and replace. I think. Famous last words. Can I do that? Can I not do that in them? That was it, right? Nope. That's just replacing it. That's not what I want. Oh, fine. We'll just do it this way. I can't remember how to match it, because apparently I can't just use like a little /W. Oh, I can. There it is. I figured it out. We're good. We're good, everybody. Don't worry about me. Okay. And then we're just doing a try. And I know it's going to do that one, but that's okay. So no look ahead unless you do it yourself. Yeah. Well, I'm going to see if this will work. The try should help because then it won't consume anything. I think it'll work. Okay. And then we should just have try and then ampersand. That look right? I think that's right. Okay. Them Magic. Brought to you by Emacs. You know what? Coke Prawn. I am really about to say F Parsec after this adventure. Yeah. All right. 243. I still think that's wrong. It's 281. Okay, that's okay. We're closer. We're closer. Okay, we have 2 zeros left. Let's compare that to our actual input real quick. 29, 83, 13. Somehow 24 is not working still. 76 is working. They're not happy with 24. And same with not happy with 24 and not happy with in zone 234, which should be 14. Okay. Parsec is probably the parser combinator he's using now, yeah. Yeah, it's just a parser combinator library goofy system. The one that's comes with Haskell. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I think this is the problem, is like, this is not, I mean, is this a parser problem? Maybe. Maybe? I don't know. You're on day 2, part 2. Cool, Kokus. Nice one. I'm gonna try to finish by the top of the hour, like finish stream. I think we can just finish this out. I think we'll be okay. So what do we have? Do we have an nth in Haskell? No. What do we have that gives me a list of A and then gives me an A? And what I mean is, like, how do I get the third element of something? Yeah, it's like this does do look aheads manually, but it doesn't do it like naturally. Yeah, exactly, PhD. So with try, I'm telling the parser actually back up. Just back up, parser. Just back up. All right. So what's our problem again? 24 and 14. Okay. So let's try this out. Let s equals nx2 oni 3 4 and we're just going to make sure we use some line. So someone s what is happening? What in the world is happening? Why did that work? Why did that work, but it didn't work in my list? What? What the hell? Yeah, for sure. And that's why we have a Discord PhD. All right, I need to get some water. Anybody else hella confused right now? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. It's not that. It's this. I put an in, and it's this. That's why. There we go. Thank God. Thank God I could reproduce it. Oh, wow. I was gonna go crazy just now. Zone 8 2 3 4. Forgot the quotes. All right, we reproduced. We'll get there. No one has time to be confused. Oh, I might have water right here. Damn it, I don't. All right, I'll be right back.
Not worried about the paycheck. Big smile, cheesed up, can't fake it. I keep my friends non-toxic. No drama in my life, and I like it. Nothing's gonna get me down. Floating higher than this puffy cloud. It'll all work out somehow. Give me all of that positivity. Every bit of that good energy. Waking up, that sun's gonna smile. I'm loving these vibes. Give me all of that positivity. Blocking out that negativity. Hands up, I'm way too blessed. No way to be stressed. Rabbit foot got the luck streak. Free hugs, yeah, the whole world loves me. High fiving everybody, cause this light can't keep it inside me. Nothing's gonna get me down. Floating higher than a bubble now. Cause life's so chill right now. Give me all of that positivity. Every bit of that good energy. Waking up, that sun's gonna smile. I'm loving this vibe. Give me all of that positivity. Blocking out that negativity. Hands up, I'm way too blessed. No way to be stressed. Keep your head up, don't let up. Keep the good vibration. Keep your head up, don't let up.
You're trying to do Rust, but not AoC. Nice.
Keep your head up, don't let up. Keep the good vibration. Keep your head up, don't let up. Keep the motivation.
It's an interesting comment. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's figure out what's the error we're getting here. Guessing it's on a reverse parser, but let's just make sure. Day one dot parse first digits s. No, unexpected 2. All right. Did we not handle that case right? Maybe I forgot to handle this case. Did I never handle this? Yeah, that was the problem. I never handled this. If there was literally just a single letter there. I thought I did, but I forgot to, obviously. What are we not using here? Are we using everything? Oh, right. That's the original first digit. Okay. Prefixed digit. Well, if you're used to F# too, like, it's a stone's throw away, you know? All right, so prefix digit, parser string, prefix digit equals do. I'm gonna guess this is the problem, but let's just make sure. It's digit parser or prefix digit. Okay, so let's see. Digit parser. Unexpected A. Expecting 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. Prefixed digit. Unexpected 1. And prefixed digit, it doesn't work, even though I thought it would. Which kind of surprises me, because I thought skip mini would handle this problem. Okay. That's unexpected 1. And if I do a try, it should... Really? It still doesn't like it? Skip mini, try letter parser. I don't remember what letter parser actually is right now. Day one dot parse. Oh, I remember what it is. Letter parser A1. Okay, that's fine. So no matter what, I'm still getting that problem. Hey, Prutz, awesome. Yeah, I can see F# peaking. Yeah, I mean, if you're on .NET, it's like a no-brainer, right? Like, if you can leverage existing code and libraries other people are familiar with, it makes sense to use F#. Our implementation would probably make you cry, Mr. Haskeller or Mrs. Haskeller or non-binary Haskeller. We're doing it in a kind of hacky way because I don't know Parsec that well, but I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to understand. Okay, this was my tweet that started today, and it's an important introduction for anybody that hasn't been here, hasn't seen it yet. Damn, wow. You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong. Okay. So right now the problem is that my letter parser, I mean, this unexpected one isn't exactly wrong. No, I'm actually just trying to use Parsec. Yeah. And I've never used anything similar, so it's just taking me a while to figure it all out. I mean, part one wasn't that hard once I understood Parsec, right? But we're still working on... Oh, thank you, Coke Prawn. That's really kind of you. We just met our subscriber goal. How about it? Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. You just got a badge. You sure did. You sure did. You done got yourself one. You took more time learning Haskell than creating your own language. I know. I know. Oh, man. It's funny. We'll get there. Oh, man. Okay. We're not too far away. We're not too far away. The main problem is that my parser is basically expecting I thought this would do it, but it didn't. Yeah, I know Amit's just joking. We're all good. If he wasn't joking, he wouldn't still be here. He would have left me a long, long time ago. Chat on this stream goes between really serious arguments about functional programming typically and memeing. And that's, I wouldn't have it any other way, you know? I wouldn't have it any other way. All right. So what the hell's wrong? Let's try to break this down. If we just had a letter parser and then a digit parser, this would probably work, right? As in, if I just did day1.parse letter and digit parser, this should work. We should get one. No? Still doesn't work. What did I do wrong? With actual type car. Oh, whoops. I did letter instead of letter parser. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, that actually might be my problem. No, it shouldn't actually matter. It still hates me? You watched Prime trying to learn OCaml as part of AoC earlier. It was pretty fun. Yeah, but he never used the REPL. Yeah, because he's just not used to it in his workflow, right? You have to be like really used to it. And like to me, the REPL is like the key to actually fixing things. I don't know. That's my opinion. He's used to using LSPs and all that kind of stuff in the languages he uses. But I should look into star and star to discard parse results. Yeah. Yeah, I got that, Prutz. Thanks. My Haskell background real quick. Immense Haskell background. Just kidding. I learned Haskell fairly well about 5 or 6 years ago and then proceeded to not touch it for 4 years. And I just used it some on the side. Probably wrote, maybe 1,000 lines of code, maybe. And I forgot pretty much all of it. So we did this language tour. Yeah, we did this language tour last month, and Haskell was one of those languages. So, you know, Haskell is not something you can speed run, and I know that, and yet we still tried it. Like knowing patterns behind the libraries like Parsec, exactly, yeah. Like understanding the patterns is really important, and I just don't have that. Like, I don't have the intuition yet. You think you speedrun Haskell? Nice. No, I think I've triggered a lot of Haskellers just because I'm just like, oh, I don't get it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. So you're saying if I do letter, let's see if this will work. But you're saying if I do letter like this, it gives me 1. Oh, that's nicer. That is nicer. Now, what if I do letter and have this? I should get an error, right? Yeah. So now if I do letter parser, unexpected in, that's what I would expect, but this should be 1. Now if I do try letter parser, I still have unexpected 1. Okay, let me just think about this. But if I have a B here, I have unexpected A. And if I do this letter, this is kind of what I have in my code right now, just in a harder way, I get 1. So the thing that I'm having a hard time with is how to handle each of those cases. So right now, like let's try this real quick for prefix digit. Let's do a new prefix digit. Speedrun Haskell, download Haskell, print hello world, uninstall Haskell. Damn, wow, who else uses APL on Twitch chat? That's hilarious, damn, wow. Swalker did an APL on Twitch. I can't remember what it was called. Woo-wah or something like that. Yeah, that one. Woo-wah. I don't know how to say it. I saw it and wee-wah. Wee-wah. That makes more sense. Wee-wah. Based on how it is. Yeah, and I'm just trying to understand it more. So obviously this is a study in me learning parser combinators and Parsec and a little bit of Haskell and trying to just do this simple AoC thing, right? Everybody gets it. You guys get it. I don't need to tell you guys that. Okay, so if I do something like skip mini 1, try letter parser, and then I do my star here for try. Actually, I think I just want letter. I don't think try's doing me any favors, but we'll find out. And then I do my little star here and I say digit parser. Shit. There it is. Will that work? Or is that not how you're supposed to format it? Oh, I didn't import it? That's because I don't have it imported. Oh, sweet, whimsically. That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a good night. I need to stop soon. We may not actually finish day 1 today. How hilarious would that be? Damn it, I had the import and I deleted it, and now I don't have it. Is it just parsec dot this? No. Oh yeah, don't you have to do this? No. It's applicative. So this is an applicative. Okay. You prefer combinators over generators easily. Okay. So this is probably in the applicative that I ended up like getting rid of somewhere. Let's see. I have to find the place. I have to find the place where I get this from. I don't remember right now. Let's see. Is it control.applicative maybe? Yep. Control.applicative. Found. Don't I have to do this? No. Illegal operator in type letter subjective fix. Perhaps you intended to use type operators? The parser type is an implicative, and I think star it didn't allow it though. Like, it doesn't like me. Did I just use it wrong? Do I have to put it all on one line? Is it this that's wrong? Type constructor or class? Maybe. Oh, what if I do this? Now will it like me? Probably not. You think I need parens? Okay, you might be right. So you need to name your function. Oh my god. I was starting it and then I just effing forgot to name it. Okay, let's just go back to what we had before and say, you know, just maybe it might help. It might help if we first started with this. That might help to begin with. Oh god, unbelievable. I missed it because of how many errors there were here. That was so dumb. That was really dumb. Okay. Now, basically, I probably don't need the skip. I could just do mini one, but I don't know how much that matters. Because skip is kind of like an obvious part of that, but that's okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so BA1 is our problem, right? Okay. Yeah, good. Am I familiar with GHC ID. Not really. I forget what that is. I forget what that is. Yeah, Rust. Shit. Whew. Rust really got the errors right. Very true. Very true. I've written quite a bit of Rust. I like Rust. Kind of. Yeah, it can. It can. Sometimes. It's true. They're not always great. Oh, GHCID is like REPL that does R for you automatically. Okay. Yeah, right now I just did like stack GHCI. But it would just like reload on save type of thing. That's fair. Yeah, fair. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out real quick. I'm gonna give this 15 more minutes before we table it for tomorrow. I am changing my stream schedule a little bit because I'm having to work a little bit more, partly because I'm going to be on vacation. So for those of you who are used to me streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're dropping the stream on Tuesday for now, at least for this week. So we'll be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's the plan at the moment. I might have to drop Friday's stream too, but I'll let you know. Day one, .parse. Here we go. What are we doing? I already forget. I don't even remember what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, I just wanted to try prefixed digit here for AB1. Make sure we get the same. We still get the same response. Cool. And all those are expected to not work. That's exactly what they were doing before. And that's all good. And so what we can do now is we can make prefixed a digit here, do a little D6K, and we should be in the same spot. That when we do main, we still have the same result. Okay, now we have this. So let's do first digit again. First digit 1 works fine. The problem is if we have A1, but not if we have AB1, etc. This is fine. The only time it fails now is if we have A1. And that's because it's expecting... Let's see where this error comes from again, because I already forget. Day1.parse. I'm pretty sure it comes from the letter part not working. And I don't think putting a try on that's going to matter. It's not really difficult to solve. Solving it with Parsec when you are a Haskell noob. Okay. Okay. So let's see if we change this to skip mini, what does that actually give us? And a Parsec noob. That's the real problem here. Coke prawn. This might be the ticket. The ticket might be changing it from skip mini 1 to skip mini. And I just didn't think that was going to fix it for me, but it does. All right. Change it down here too. We shouldn't need the try. I don't think we do anyway, because skip mini is 0 or 1. And we can also go to this nicer syntax to say letter, to say reverse digit parser. But day 1 was a lot harder than other years. Yeah, day 1 part 2 was a lot harder, I feel like, than they've probably ever done before. A lot of people groaned about it. Many such cases. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Is 281 the right answer? I don't remember. Boom, that was it. It was just my skip mini 1 instead of skip mini. This syntax is also much easier to read, so thank you. I remember reading this when I was first reading about Parsec, and then I forgot. Okay, now we have to just see if it actually works on the input. The real input. First try, 8 hours later for AoC day 1. Granted, I just play around on stream with you guys as well, right? You know, Candlesticks, hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's be real. When you don't stream that you're doing AoC, you have no idea how long it actually takes you. For the most part. Now, there's the cases where you're like, yeah, I did that in an hour. But it wasn't quite 8 hours, right? No, it probably was close. It was probably close. Like, you know, there's the cases where you're like, oh, I did that in an hour. It wasn't bad. But there's people like, oh, wow, that took you so long. And just like, oh, I did the whole effing thing on stream while I'm playing around and memeing. Of course it took me a long time. And I'm stubborn and tried to learn Parsec. You know? I'm just a stubborn person. This is how it works. Okay, let's put the real input in there and see what happens. I think I just called it day 1. All right, moment of truth. Yes, yes, 1 gold star. I've done it. Oh, what a victory. What an absolute Parsec victory. Yeah, it's so true, Nightshade. Yeah, that's funny, PhD. Soup versus stew. Hey, Felix. Yeah, so this the star arrow syntax. Well, if I knew how to get back to my other file. All it's saying is parse this, but ignore it. So I'm saying I don't care about the result of this parse, and I don't care about the result of this parse. I only care about the result of this parse, right? So all I want is the digit at the end of the day. I did this so hacky. Should we do a quick review of the solution, and then I gotta go? You guys want to see how hacky this solution was? That's a great question, Coke Braun. All right, are you ready for this? Yeah, I know this. Okay, fine. We'll get rid of the warning. Solve equals part 2. Are you happy now? Yeah, but give back only the result of P2. That's exactly correct. Yeah, thanks. Prutz was the one that reminded me that exists. It's very helpful. Okay. Part 1, pretty easy, right? I did it hacky because I'm using Parsec. We have a sum line. What does our sum line do? It does a parse of first digit. First digit is pretty simple. Oh, here's a nice thing we can clean up. This will be really nice. And I think I can get rid of the do, right? I can just do this. And then we can get rid of do. I think this works. Yeah. So there's a good example, much simpler example. So this is just saying, I don't care about this letter. I only want the number, right? Yeah. No, we're not going to clean up the whole thing. No, that would take way too long. So that's all first digit does. And then I realized, we just care about numbers, right? Let's not make this hard. Let's just reverse the string and get the digit at the end. And that's day one. Not too hard. It's really just that one parser. Our letter parser and our number parser are what? Our letter parser is parsec.many-letter. Take as many letters as you can until you find, once you find a number. You still have to see the letter first, right? Yeah. It has to go through everything, right? And then our number parser, one of these, because technically 0 is not in the thing. If I included 0, Parsec has digit built in, which would have done it, right? I could have just said I wouldn't even said number parser. I just have digit and we'd be done. But we didn't include 0. It probably would have got away with it, but I just did that just to make sure. So that was day one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it does, Cook Braun. Okay, so part 2, obviously the thing that was a lot harder. We have a different sum line here, right? And at first we're doing something very similar, right? Right, so we do first digit. What does first digit do? It takes the digit parser. It's actually the exact same one, the one of all those numbers, or we take a prefixed digit. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. The digit parser is different than the number parser, so we'll show that source. Digit parser is take the number parser, or it's one of those. We have to do try because if there's any overlap between the strings or the characters, then it fails, and that's one of the things that I got hung up on. And then so we do a digit parser if there's something at the beginning, and if there's not, digit parser is if it starts with the number, whether it's written out as a word or it's a number itself. And then if it's not one of those, we do a prefix digit. And the prefix digit had some problems that took me a while to figure out too. And then in natural hackiness, instead of like figuring out a proper way to parse the whole string, we go ahead and just reverse the string. Our last digit does a reverse digit parser. And that's where I just wrote out all the words reversed. It's so bad. It's so freaking bad. Okay, so we reversed all the things. And then prefixed is the similar thing to the other prefixed digit, right? And then of course we have to do some 2-cars because we have strings. We reverse this one because it was reversed to begin with. And then this is just actually constructing the string out of the first and second digit, because a string is just a list of cars in Haskell, and then read is string to int in this case. it's polymorphic, but in this case, it's string to int. And that's how we did day 2. Yeah, man. I was wondering to meet. I know you're on a crazy time zone. Zorkenheimer. Raiding with a party of 45. Wild. Thank you for the raid, Zorkin. I really appreciate it. Can't you pass the list of strings 1, 2 to the function and then reverse them all and reapply the same function again? Let's see. I don't know, Tam. Well, I'd have to think about that. And I've done a lot of thinking today. Yeah, Zorkenheimer, thanks for the raid. What were you up to? Let's see. Maybe I got that right. I think I did. Zorkenheimer. Cool. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, Raiders. We just finished up day 1 in Haskell. Now, you might say, why are you still on day 1 in Haskell? It's December 3rd. And this is the reason right here. First of all, I don't know Haskell very well, but really I was learning Parsec, and I don't really know parser combinators very well. So lots of new learnings for me, and we got a working solution. So I'm pretty excited. AoC day 3 in PL/B. I am going to admit ignorance here. Love random things. The PLB programming language, formerly database, is a high-level English-like language. Okay, awesome. Oh, this sounds perfect. This sounds perfect for AoC. Character string manipulation. Very fun. I think I've heard of it. It's called Databus before, but that's neat. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that English language. COBOL, but worse. Nice. That's amazing. Yeah, I could do that, Prutz, and then I would have to pass that into a like a parser, which I'm guessing I'd be able to do somehow, but it would have required me to know more Haskell than I do. So that's why I wrote it out all manually, right? You just matched on one, Eno 1 because I was lazy. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair, PhD. Yeah, so welcome, Raiders. I'm Meta. Either way works. I have been paid to write code for 10 years. I've done quite a few things on Twitch in the last few months. I just started streaming a few months ago. We typically do Rust and functional programming on this stream. That at least is what I'm pretending. Last month we did this. We went through 12 different languages. Let's see. I still have it up here. How about it? Let's see. So last month we went through these 12 languages. Haskell's the only one that I'd ever written before, but it'd been like a long time, so I just needed a refresher on it. And it was a lot, to say the least. It was definitely just like exploration, a little bit of a tour of the languages, but it was a lot of fun. That's what we did. I write Clojure full time, so I really wanted to see what the lists were about. I don't have a CS degree, so I'd never been forced to write a low-level language, I could say, and I mostly have worked in like back-end web development. I actually started in front-end, did full stack, really liked back-end, ended up getting a fully back-end job about 5 years ago or so, writing Clojure, and that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. Yeah, Idris was interesting. I liked Idris, but it definitely took me a while to get my head around any of it. How hard do you estimate learning Rust for a Haskell programmer to be? I personally don't think it would be very hard, Prutz, from going from Haskell to Rust. Alba, I think I like Jessica more. All right, that's fair. I don't think it would be that hard. Before we did that, Funky Lime, thanks for the follow. And you know what? I forgot to give Zorkenheimer a follow. I do not think I follow them. So let me give them a follow. Yeah, thanks, Zorkenheimer. I appreciate the follow as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you don't know Haskell, Idris is a lot. And it was a lot for me. And it took me a while just to get around dependent types and stuff. I think this is under the GitHub command. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So the GitHub command would give you this repo, and there's FizzBuzz in every single one of these languages. The only one I actually didn't get a working FizzBuzz in was Agda, which is a challenge. And FizzBuzz is quite a bit of work in Agda, at least as far as I've seen. There was one scenario that I finally found. So anyway, we wrote FizzBuzz in all of them. We wrote a web API in a lot of these languages. I think there's only 1 or 2 that we didn't get that done in. I think let's see, it's Agda, Coq, COQ. They're thinking about calling it Coke in the future. And let's see. Oh yeah, I decided not to do it in Idris. I decided to learn other things besides web dev. So there's 4. There's 4 that we didn't finish it in. Basically everything in the last week we didn't do web dev in, and I didn't do it for SML because I didn't feel like it. Yep. Yeah, Agda is pretty esoteric for sure. This was esoteric week for sure, but it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot about dependent types, proof theorems, all that kind of stuff. Before I did that, we did this, which was data structures in Rust. We ended up implementing quite a few. And that is somewhere around here. There we go. We ended up implementing an array list, binary search tree, doubly linked list, singly linked list, a priority queue, a regular queue, a ring buffer, and a stack. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, if I understood type theory, I think I'd have a lot easier time with Agda. So that's what we did before that. All the VODs are on YouTube if you want that. 60 days worth of VODs, as long as Twitch holds them, are on Twitch if you prefer that. Idris is better for programming, yeah. What the hardest part of Agda, to be honest, was discoverability of functions or procedures, whatever you want to call them. That was the hardest part of Agda. Coq was actually a lot easier, and that's why I was able to write FizzBuzz so easily. Where Agda, it's like I had no idea the good way to find the functions that I needed to use from all the modules that they include. And then Idris was really easy because it's built into their LSP, I guess it is, or at least Idris mode. So function discoverability really matters. And in a really nice type system, there's, in my opinion, no reason to not have something like Hugel or similar to find functions by types. It just makes it so much easier, especially for somebody coming in knowing types. So yeah, we just finished this. I do really appreciate the raid. I love that all of you guys are here. I don't know if you have any other questions for me, but I actually was just about to finish myself. So we'll just keep spreading the raid love and see who we should raid. But if you guys have any questions or want to see anything, do let me know. Yeah, it happens, right? What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So what we've been doing is for AoC, even though it took me a while, right, to do this, we've actually been spinning this wheel between 7 languages. I write Clojure full time. I've written quite a bit of Rust, and then I included some languages from our tour. So we've been spinning this to see what we're doing our next day in. I very optimistically spun this like 2 streams ago, thinking that I would finish day 1 very quickly, and I did not. But so we've already figured out our second language, and it is where the spinner is right now. It's actually Common Lisp. So we're gonna do Common Lisp. I've only written Common Lisp as part of the tour that I was just showing you. So that's the only time. Now, there's a lot of parts of Common Lisp that are... You'll see me on Wednesday, 2025. I haven't even looked at day 2 yet. There's a lot of parts of Common Lisp that are very similar to Clojure. So I'm, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We're going to do okay. We're not learning any... God, I really hope I'm not learning any parser, combinator, library, and Common Lisp in order to solve this. I'm going to just do it recursively. Let's hope. Let's hope. String manipulation, recursion, and we should be good. So that's the plan. You have the book hardcover. That's right. It's really not too bad. And we get beautiful. Oh God, we have to show this before we end. Let's see. Common Lisp. What is it called? Is it Dream? No. Let's see. Let me go to my bookmarks. Let's see. Common Lisp. Here we go. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You guys have to see this. It's just the best effing website you've ever seen in your life. Here it is. You get to use websites like this. Yeah. Yeah, look at this beauty. Look at that. This is Common Lisp, guys. All right. Are we excited about this? We should be. The copyright date ends in 2005. Yeah, it's going to be good. Oh, the book by Paul Graham on Common Lisp. Yeah. No, I know he's a fan. He's a fan of the Lisps. Yeah, I know. It's freaking beautiful. All right, so if you want to hang out, watch some Common Lisp AoC. We're going to get into other things. I do quite a bit of Rust, functional programming, all sorts of weird stuff. Send me a follow. Otherwise, let's move on to some Twitch raid here. Yeah, exactly. If you do want to follow me on the X/Twitter place, it's there. If you want to join our Discord to continue conversation for some of the people, especially in the FP space, you might have fun there. DM Mulroy's an OCaml streamer, so we're pretty FP focused. People love Common Lisp. Common Lisp is relatively fast. People use it for systems programming. I mean, as far as Lisp goes, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I know people that love it. Who knows? All right. Let's see. Who's streaming right now? Anybody good? I don't usually stream this late, so I don't even know who's streaming. They did in the late 90s. Why is Common Lisp better than Scheme? I have reasons. One of the reasons is that Common Lisp's quick load is actually really, really nice. There's a cool FP guy on right now. It's 2 squared. Who's that? We'll rate him. Or them. Meta me or something. Dang it. You totally debated me. You got me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've literally spent 2 days with both languages. I don't know how to answer that question. But my takeaway from Scheme, Common Lisp, and Racket is that I like Common Lisp the best. Do I have a good reason for that? Not really. Not really. I'm sure there's a lot of other people writing Haskell on Twitch, right? Oh, that's why you guys are here. That's right. What about OCaml? OCaml's all hype right now. All right, one viewer. Shall we do a one viewer OCaml raid? Scare the shit out of this guy writing Advent of Code. What's up, Dylan? All right, let's go help this guy. Be nice. He might be total. He's on day 3. He knows what he's doing. You don't have to be that nice. You sound like me, Dylan, if you fell asleep at the start of my stream. I actually finished day 1. Aren't we impressed? Tej indeed. Write some OCaml. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see ya later.